Hey guys, Jimmy here on Suburban Survivalist. What we're going to be doing now is my bug out bag. Okay, this took me a while to make. I've been thinking about making one for a couple of years, and in the past couple months, since school ended, I had a little more time on my hands, and I decided to just get it done. So to start off, the pack that it's in, this is a Next pack. I got it for $50. I don't know what the specific name is, but I put all of the stuff that I need for my bug out bag in here, or most of it at least, and it's barely half full, or it's about half full, but it's just really spacious, and the inside compartment isn't that big. What's really big is all of these side compartments. This pocket here, this one here, goes all the way to the bottom. Okay, so I'll show you what I have in there in a second. So, to start off, this is just the stuff that I have on the top, like food, like energy supplements, and a little bit of calories. Like if I'm on the trail and I don't want to make a meal, I just want to put these in. So this is Honey Stingers. It's got 160 calories, 27 grams of sugar. The Cliff Blocks, which is just like any of the energy blocks, a bunch of calories and a little bit of sugar, and maybe some caffeine. I'm not sure. I think those have some caffeine too. Then a couple Cliff Shots, like the gel shots or whatever. Just calories, sugar, a little bit of caffeine in some of these. Then 2 big granola bars. Man, these are like a meal. This has 270 calories and a lot of protein and stuff. This is really, really good. I tried to go as food heavy as possible so I could have as much calories and stuff, because if I do end up bugging out, which my bug out, I might not be in that much woods. I might be on the side of a highway as deep in the woods as I could get, maybe in an urban situation or a suburban situation. This bag could do anything. It is more towards the woods, but stuff that you always need, you're always going to need basic life things like shelter, fire, water, food, can be gotten with this bag, or has in this bag. Now for the main pocket I tried to keep to just food and shelter. The first thing is zip ties, 2 different sizes. This is one of the sizes, and this is one of the sizes. There's just so many things, so much easier than lashing. If you don't have zip ties in your kit, you need to. And get the biggest ones you can. Man, a pack of 15 was $3 at Home Depot. You're crazy if you don't have these. Next is food. This is 1 meal. This is 2 servings of 180 calories, and then some protein and sugar and stuff like that. Not that much sugar, but I hear that this doesn't taste that good at all. But you make it in the package, and it doesn't have any meat, which I figured out after I bought it. And it's like a vegetarian. Okay. Sorry about that little interruption. So basically, this doesn't have any meat in it, but it has calories and a little bit of protein. It'll be something, if I'm hungry, maybe after eating another meal or something. Then I have a Mountain House. If you haven't If you haven't heard of these, it's basically just like a backpacking meal. All you have to do is pour hot water in it after removing the little preserving packet thing, and then it's 2.5 servings of 190 calories, 13 grams of protein. It's a couple meals. Then I have 2 military issue MREs. This one is meatballs and marinara sauce, and this one is beef brisket. Yeah, so these are the newer MREs. If you saw my other video on MREs, you know that it was very hard for me to eat them because of how bad they tasted. That's because they were 40 years old and 5 times past their expiration date, how long they were supposed to go. These are newer MREs and should taste much, much better. I bought most of this food and this bag at this really cool military surplus store called Army Barracks in North Conway, New Hampshire, I think. If you're ever in the North Conway area in New Hampshire, definitely check this store out. They have awesome stuff, pretty good prices, and the people there are very helpful. Also, they have a YouTube channel, Army Barracks. I'll put the link in the description, maybe if I remember. Subscribe to their channel. They do a lot of really cool stuff, especially with the MREs. They make them taste much better just by combining 2 MREs. Anyway, awesome channel, awesome store. Check it out. Then we got 2 Wise Company meals. These last for 25 years, and they both have 2 servings of 310 calories. It's a bunch of food. Then I have this little bundle of paracord. I do need to put more paracord in here. I have small bunches everywhere, but I'm going to put a 100-foot bundle in here, or hank in here, when I get a chance. This would be pretty good for just setting up a ridgeline. Then I also have a stainless steel cup, a hooded poncho. You can do a lot of stuff with this. Good to have. 110 steak. I'm going to put more in, but I just had one laying around. This is parachute cord, 700 pound, but it's not paracord. It's a little harder to work with, but it's good to have for excess stuff. Then my main shelter is this tarp. It's just a pretty small tarp, but then I also have secondary shelter. Also with, this is a 55-gallon drum liner. You can do a lot of stuff with it. Also, I'm also going to put a plastic drop cloth in here, like just for painting or whatever. They're like $2 at Home Depot, and you can just do so much with it. Then just a emergency Mylar blanket. I also have a camping tent, because I will be, if I do ever have to bug out, or I ever am in a situation where this bag is in use, and I'm away from my home, I'm in a family of 4, so one shelter for me isn't gonna cut it. I need another shelter, so 2-person in the tarp shelter, 2-person in this tube tent shelter, and that'll work pretty good for my family of 4, because you need to remember that your family, you're not just gonna bug out by yourself and forget your family. You're gonna want to bug out with your family, keep your family alive with you. So I have multiple shelter options, and I have more of these and a sleeping bag like this. But that's all that's in my main compartment. Like I said, that was just food and shelter. I'm just going to repack this really quick just so I don't have to do it all later, because it took me a while to get used to how everything was set up and everything. So I'm just going to put everything back in here. Okay, so now this side pocket. Some of these pockets aren't even in use. That's just how big this bag was, which is really great because if I ever am in a bug out situation, I don't want my bag to be full. Okay, and I also do need to add clothes in here, but I don't want my bag to be full. So say I come across something really useful or something, I want to be able to have space for it. Excuse me. So some of these pockets are, and this man could get way bigger, and most of these pockets aren't completely full. Many of them aren't, but in this one I have a lot of feet. It doesn't say how much, but of 12-pound fishing line. It's just a little spool. I'm also going to put a smaller fishing kit with just some hooks, some stuff like that. This bug out bag isn't completely done, but it has most of the main stuff, just a couple small things that I need to add in. So fishing line, you could lash with it, you could fish with it, small cordage, there's endless things you could do with this. Then duct tape, you could use it for fire, you could use it to make shelter. There's so many different things. Then just gotta be a couple 100 feet of just twine. You can make fire with it. Very versatile here. Then just a bunch of smaller pieces of paracord, maybe for ridge lines or small lashing jobs. In here. Okay, so something that I included in here is some small candles, some tea light candles, a piece of aluminum foil, and then two larger stick candles. And the aluminum foil is just to make a base for these, so it won't drip wax all over my shelter, possibly burning my shelter down and causing me harm. But the reason I have these candles in here is if you're in a bug out situation, possibly it's going to be very scary. It's going to be very scary at night, especially if you're by yourself, and just having a little bit of light to sit by or read by. And if you don't want to have a full fire, this would be great to have. I also have a light stick for signaling rescue. So many different things. It's just illumination, a candling device, a 2-person sleeping bag, emergency sleeping bag. It's a Mylar sleeping bag, and then another emergency blanket. Also, this thing that you put onto a hat, it has little hooks and it slides onto a hat, and then it's a really bright light for the size. And you'll see that most of my stuff will be put in Ziploc bags, small Ziploc bags. Number one, just to keep stuff dry and organized, and also it will keep. Also, it's good to have Ziploc bags. I have some Ziploc bags over there that I really just forgot to put in right before I made the video, but there's a pile of Ziploc bags over there. You can carry water in them. You make a solar still with the plastic. A bunch of different things. Then on the side, I won this in a giveaway from Aircore USA. Check out his channel if you want to. Bear Grylls paracord knife. Not the best cutting tool you could get, but it's a good second or third cutting tool, and it also has a small Fercerium rod for starting fire, which is very redundant in this kit. I have a very good fire kit that I put together, but just a redundant knife. Maybe it's just to give to somebody, to make a friend, an asset. So many different things you can do with the knife, especially if you have multiple knives. And all that's in this kit, all that's in this pocket is the complete Sawyer Mini the complete Sawyer Mini set with the straw, the filter itself, and then the backwash system to get all of the gunk and stuff out of the filter. And if you do this after every use, you can filter up to 100,000 gallons. So a tenth of that would easily do my family for a week. So you need a gallon a day for everything. Okay, so a gallon times 4 times 7, I don't want to do math. This will filter a lot and you'll be fine. Then it also comes with this water bag that it'll screw onto. The filter itself it can be used as a straw, and it can be screwed onto a bottle that you could fill up, or the bag that's in here. It's a 16-ounce bag. Then I just have another Ziploc bag and the instructions that it came with. I also don't have a med kit in here yet, and that's just because the medical kit that I put together, there's a video on my channel. I actually added a lot to it. I might do an update video. Is what I'm going to bring. So 2 people in my family have bug out bags, 2 people don't. And the 2 people that don't will be carrying all the stuff from around the house in other bags that we'll just empty out like this that I just have my airsoft gear in now. So we'll empty those out, put any food we have around the house, anything that's just easily gettable, we could get really quick and it won't bother us. I believe this is my cutting tool pocket. Yes, it is. So this is the Fiskars X7. What's great about this pack also is that this pocket goes all the way down. Okay, so this goes all the way down to here. So this axe or hatchet will fit all the way inside of it. So this isn't going to be in here permanently, but because I do like using these tools and stuff, it's going to spend most of its time in here though. It's just a great little hatchet. I actually filmed a video on it. It was like a half-hour video. I spent a lot of time and work on it. Then I went to go edit a couple minor things, and it was all out of frame. But you will see a review of this in the near future. Then, this knife will be on bug out bag duty for forever until I find a better option. Because this knife is just so cheap. It was my first large knife that's any good at all. I started off with a Mora and a couple of old buck hunting knives, but this was my first formidable large knife, and it's great because I can carve with it, I can chop with it, very versatile. Condor Varan, sorry, and its retention is very horrible, so I just put the lanyard around the belt loop to keep it from falling out, just as a safety tip. Then, I think there's something else in here. Yes. I have a multi-tool, just pliers, a spare cutting tool, a bunch of different things you can do with a multi-tool. I mean, it's a multi-tool. Then, yeah, I'm not going to like to do this with my knives, but this is the cheapest smallest sharpening option I have. I'm never going to use the carbide portion. I'll just use the ceramic portion. But if I need a sharp knife, I'm not going to worry about the long term of my knife, okay? I'm not going to worry about keeping the knife pretty or keeping it at a mirror polish or whatever. If it's sharp enough to get what I need to get done, that's all I'm going to need. That's also why I don't have a several $100 knife in this pack. This, I believe, is like a $30 knife. So it's great to buy just for a bug out bag. What's also great, if you can't even afford that, I just had this laying around, is a Mora of any kind, Mora Companion, this is a robust old one, but this would be a great bug out bag option, and I put this in a lot of my small survival kits. So, also I would probably put my Sven saw in here. I think it'll fit, but that I'm also going to want to have out for backpacking trips and stuff with the Boy Scouts. Then this pocket. Now, if you noticed, I did pack a certain way. I tried to put all of the heavy stuff on the bottom. So even the food and the MREs, which is pretty heavy, before I forgot to do it this time, but I put them all the way on the bottom because you want the lowest center of gravity possible when you're hiking. So this is a pretty heavy thing, so I put it at the most bottom compartment. At the lowest compartment. So, this is basically just a military mess kit, I think. It might have been, looks German to me. I don't know why it looks German. But, it's like a basic, cook set. So you have like a pan type thing. You've got a little bowl thing, which I have some of my fire kit in. What's in here? I kind of forget. Oh, this is, when I bought the Wise bug out bag, like their pre-made bug out bag, it came with a big container, big tub of fire starter, and that's just some of those little pellets. Then I have just a ferrocerium rod, which I have another in this kit also, but just a ferrocerium rod with a long lanyard on it, a couple of Tinder Quicks, a fast fire cube, which is basically just a big wet fire, one of the like compressed cardboard things. This is a couple fires, and a waxed sawdust fire starter that was like 79 cents at the dollar store. Then this I got. Usually I don't get Swedish Fire Steels or Light My Fire stuff at all, just because of how expensive they are. But I mean, they're some of the best fire steels you could, or ferrocerium rods you could get. Mostly for the fact that you could do that. It's just one little spark. If you're starting a stove or something, you just need you could shoot a little spark right so directly and stuff. But this I saw at a garage sale. I got an old axe head that was made in Pennsylvania, which was really cool. This, a butane torch, one of the survival blankets, and a whole package of those cardboard fire starters, and this for $20. Which was a really good deal. It's just I couldn't not do it at an antique shop. So then in my main fire kit, this is wet fire, compressed cardboard fire starters with a match head. So you strike it like on a matchbox. You strike it on like a matchbox, and then it lights, and you have a fire starter. I have a couple of those. Another fast fire cube, a wet fire, a couple candles. Then this was the cheapest solution I could find for fire, and that's just a bunch of cotton balls. And then I took a big can of WD-40 and just sprayed it in the bag a bunch. But man, it works in the rain and stuff. I have some fat wood, some waterproof matches, and some storm matches. I don't have any like UCO matches because they're really cool to have in kits and stuff. But what am I gonna need to start a fire underwater? You know, if you don't know the UCO matches, they burn underwater. So if I had some more laying around, which I think I do, I might add some in. But I didn't see it as a real mandatory thing to have. But fire, I didn't even go into this. There's just so many things you can do with fire. You can dry clothes out just for the. If fire is worth having, like, this is so small that, yeah, I have a bigger fire kit and stuff, but just this is small enough where I would bring it just for the emotional value, to be sitting at a campfire and to have light and warmth and whatever. You could cook on it. You could do so many different things with fire, and it's fire, man, you know? There's just so many things you could do with it. And of course, this is also in a Ziploc bag. So just a good mess kit, because, you know, I'm going to be cooking and stuff. Really just most of my food, or all of my food, the most preparation it will need is to boil 2 cups of water. And this, I believe this is it's got to be at least 2 cups. But that'll be good. Okay. I think there's just one more pocket. Yep. The last pocket is just a small stove. This is the Coghlan stove. This is a packet of trioxane, just 1 bar trioxane. You can start a normal fire with it, or it only takes like 1/3 of the bar to boil a couple cups of water to heat a ration. A package of the Coghlan's fuel cubes, then a couple more Coghlan's fuel cubes, and some knockoff Evsbit tablets. Guys, if you have anything you think I should add into this kit, I think I might have missed something. Yes, I definitely, this pocket does have something in it. Okay. So, this is 2 large sheets of aluminum foil. You can make a cup out of it. You can make a reflecting wall to heat up a super shelter. Or there's so many different things you can do with it. This my dad got for me at that military surplus store. This is a Write in the Rain notepad with the Write in the Rain pen. If you have it, it's like $20, so I didn't get it. With the Write in the Rain pen and this pad, you can write underwater. But just writing like in the rain, you could do with a normal pen. Then I just have a bunch of free TD Bank pens that I got, you know, just because they were free and I knew that I was building this. Okay, so I have a lot more space in this bag. Guys, if you have any recommendations at all, or if you want to see reviews, like separate reviews of what's in of anything in this pack, including the pack, if you want to see a review of the pack itself, please tell me. I will definitely do it. I'll do whatever videos you guys want. If you have anything that you think I should put in this pack, please tell me. This was Jimmy on Suburban Survivalist. Thanks for watching. Please check out Army Barracks channel, and please check out their store if you're in their area. I'm just putting this back in. This was Jimmy on Suburban Survivalist. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Have a nice day.